What's up, YouTube? It's Brian from New Car Spin, and I am in a press car today. It is a Toyota RAV4 Prime XSE. It's actually pretty cool. As you can tell, though, we are out in the country. We are in North Texas, an area called Sherman, and I'm on this gravel road in this car, kind of testing it out. And I also wanted to have a little bit of a thinking discussion here, because I did mention that I got my real estate license recently. That's part of why I took a break from this channel. Texas real estate licenses are not easy. It's 180 hours of instruction, so that took me 4 months. And then you take a national and a state exam. And then obviously you go through a background check, fingerprinting, all that. And then you choose a brokerage. So the reason why I did that is because if you see all this land, you know, basically from Dallas all the way up to the state line of Oklahoma, which is that way, still further that way, all of this land is going to be subdivided in the next 50 years. And right now we're actually we're experiencing a housing shortage. And that's definitely apparent with the current home prices. And I got into real estate because, well, my parents have been in it for my whole life, and I've actually had several properties myself. I've had 6 in my whole life so far, but I did buy my first place when I was 22. So that was like way back in 2001. 22 is pretty young to get a property, especially when you look at it these days with prices and all that. But if you get in early and you get in right, then you're kind of structured and you're set. So obviously cars were kind of a passion of mine during all that process. And right now cars are just kind of, there is also a shortage. There's a shortage of cars, shortage of chips, shortage of union contracts or whatever is going on right now. Today is September 16th or something. And obviously, like, there's just a lot of turmoil. And so one thing, though, that I notice is common and people do all the time is they constantly like road trips. They like house hunting, and they like cars. And so I figured, you know what, rather than doing separate channels, I'm going to combine it all. And I've gotten some really good feedback from everybody about my channel and what I should call it. So someone actually put in the comments on my previous video, they said Texas Road / House, or Texas Road and House. And that's cool. I like it. It's very clever, very creative. I'm still leaning towards that, but I also came up with another one called Road and Tracked. So obviously it's a spin of the magazine that's pretty much dead these days. But when you see everything out here and what's going to be built and where things are going, it's kind of like, you know, I'm going to have to take these press cars out on these adventures and, you know, see what's going on, or at least what's coming up, because that's all that's going to be happening now. With the current interest rates, you know, people are having a harder time buying and selling their existing home. But with new homes, and these builders are in the business of building homes, just like car manufacturers are in the business of making cars, used car prices have no bearing on what the next new car is going to go for. Like this Prius, I mean, what is this? It's a hybrid RAV4. This RAV4 is $52,000, and it's like, wow, you know, it's kind of a lot of car for the money. It's kind of a lot of money for the car. And where does it fall in between all that? Well, I was just in trail mode, trying that out. It's not all-wheel drive, but again, the manufacturer doesn't care. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here with this, you know, housing and cars. You'd think I'd be crazy to get into 2 of like the worst industries to be in, but I'm a fighter and I'm tough and I will kick ass. And so this is where I'm at right now, is this junction. Literally, like, not a fork in the road, but it's like I got multiple directions to take. And so with you guys, I will be better prepared to take this journey And I'm hoping it takes us everywhere and makes everybody successful, because with the changes that are coming, I guess, in the whole country, let alone the state of Texas or your state or wherever you live, like, there is an extreme shortage of housing, here in Texas at least. So I want to highlight all that, use these press cars, show you the cars, show you what's happening. I mean, obviously it takes longer to show you property, but I'm not going to go through homes and go into all the details of stuff unless you are really serious about coming to Texas. But I do want to show you what's going on around here. So I think I'm going to do either Texas Road and House or Road and Tract as far as my new channel name. So I'm going to change this channel name. You know what I want to do? I'm going to go straight across over there. So essentially, with your help, I've gotten this far, and we'll continue to do really cool road trips, obviously like this one, see interesting things, but also get an idea of like what's really going on here in the middle of the country, really. Sorry, excuse this thing. It's got a roof rack on there, and it's like right above the sunroof, so it's kind of making an annoying noise, even though this car is running in EV mode right now. So essentially, the channel is going to change. Things are going to be different now. I'm not going to, I never have done any kind of like fancy editing or anything to make this look like I'm not selling cars. I am licensed to sell homes, but I'm not like an influencer. So I'm trying to stay as legit as a journalist can be and give you honest information. And that's actually, required when you're a real estate agent, when you talk about property. So, I've already been doing it for cars, and I'm going to do it for real estate, and that's where we're going here. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to have my contact info in the link in the description below, and you can call me, you can email me, you can reach out, you can, a lot of people these days actually have an idea of what they want as far as real estate, just like with cars. They're going to do their research, and they're going to go like, oh, okay, I need this, I need that. And me having been in software for the longest time, I know that there's this thing called requirements, and it's like, oh, okay, well, it must do this, or it should do that, or it would be nice to have this. So it's the same thing with like cars, and it's the same thing with real estate. Like, oh, you got to have a fireplace. Oh, it needs to have a pool. Oh, it's got to have this. It's got to have all-wheel drive. Oh, it's got to have a V8. So essentially, like, people like to do their own research, but then when it comes to like getting the car checked out, or when it comes to actually seeing the property, like, people can only go so far on their own until they need a professional. So I'm here, I'm the professional, I'm ready to step in. Not so much on the car side, because everyone's in that, but when it comes to real estate, I'll definitely be available. And so in the meantime, we're gonna start visiting some new construction, and we're gonna see what's gonna be built out here. And I say new construction for a reason. Let me just close this sunroof. So the deal with new construction is that builders have margin, and they can do incentives, and they actually can do their own financing, and they can give you deals. So if you have like an existing home and maybe it's worth $1 million, but your interest rate's 3.5–4%, but you need a bigger house, or you don't like your neighborhood anymore, or whatever, like, you're not locked in. So like what you read in the media these days is very, very bland and very generic, and it does not apply to you, because basically they're talking about generic instances, and it's really unfortunate that they're saying, oh, rates are at an all-time high, and rates this, rates that, no one's going to move, inventory's low. Inventory's low not because nobody's selling, it's because there's nowhere to go. And then you talk about high prices, that's because nobody has anything to buy. And then when you talk about high interest rates, that's to control these prices, but it's not working. And then when you talk about new construction, well, interest rates don't matter because the builder can give you whatever loan they want. And that's the beauty of where we're going, is new construction is going to be where it's at. Finally, knowing that I'm Gen X, I'm sick and tired of looking at older homes that just need to be torn down. Older homes that have been lived in for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years and haven't been updated. So, you know, new home prices will come down. Interest rates will come down on new homes. And I'm here to show you all of that and where that exists in a place like Texas. So if you're really serious about moving to Texas, contact me. If you're interested in some of the properties that I'm showing, contact me. Let's get going here. Oh, almost. And basically from that standpoint, it's like, you know, obviously who knows what next year's going to bring as far as like pricing or safety for your family or health or any of these other things, but clearly there's opportunity, and that's what I'm talking about. Is you have to venture out, because you know there's a saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You have to get some fresh air, and you know, if you like watching road trips and you like watching house hunting and you like cars, I got it all here for you all in one. So tell your friends, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know first off what you think my channel name should be. Texas Road and House, or Road and Tract. Tract as in tract housing, because obviously the homes that are being built, like the Toll Brothers stuff here, you know, it's coming. So there's a lot of builders here in Texas. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I want to show it to you all as much as I can. Up here in the Dallas area, I'm not too keen on going down to Austin or Houston, just because, you know, those are 4-hour, 3-hour drives, and I got everything right over here. You know, it's coming. So I'm just kind of ahead of the curve at the moment, and I just want you guys to know, like, please be patient. You know, I haven't really done any influencer stuff, so I don't want to do that. So just take it from the basis of I'm keeping this all very professional, and it's not for entertainment. It's really for your information. It's not even education. It's not education. It's not info. It's not infotainment. It's information. So, all right, I'm going to check out the comments of this video. Let me know what you think. And next video will be a review of this RAV4, and then we'll move on from there. So 64 miles from Dallas, so 1 hour away from downtown-ish, and I'm gonna enjoy the drive. So I'll see ya.